Sorry about that.
Should we have done like a little noise for the meantime?
I don't think so.
That was quick. Did you buy something?
Yeah, look. I
Okay,
show the
so it's
cell phone
small.
strapped to Sachi. It's a simple orange flower dangling off a green string made to look like a stem.
Like, I was assuming it was gonna be something big that, like, that she would wear.
Yeah,
So I was
thought
thinking,
so,
like,
too.
are you gonna get her something pretty and then it's gonna be like she just looks like just autumn colored? Because
I thought it was going to be like a hairpin or something.
Yeah, that would also. I would have just gone with a color that was less close to her hair and eye color, because brown is a dark orange, if you think about it.
Yeah,
But
kind
it's
of.
a cell phone strap, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, how cute. Is that for your cell phone?
No, it's for yours. And then he chucks it in her eyeball. No, yours.
And then chucks it in her eyeball. Huh? Mine? Why?
I guess something to remember today by?
What? No, I couldn't. You hang on to it, Senpai.
Even if I did, I don't think I'd use it.
Well, let me pay for it then.
I just bought it on a whim. Don't worry about it. Think of it as thanks for hanging out with me today. Take it.
Are you sure?
Of course. It wasn't that expensive anyway, so don't feel like you owe me.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
No problem. I noticed your phone doesn't have any kind of decorations on it, so I figured you might like it. But if you don't have to put it on your phone or anything.
No, it's really cute. I think it's lovely. I'll put it on right now.
She takes out her phone and attaches her new strap.
I don't like these colors next to each other
Yeah,
either. Red and orange are also... It's a little too samey.
Donaldsy. Looks like... Oh, that looks like. Looks good. I was afraid the color might be too bright, but if it's the only one hanging there, it actually works pretty nice.
I disagree.
Yeah, me too.
Like I feel like if you had maybe something blue next to it, then the red-orange wouldn't look so matchy. Like, it was just a little bit of contrast to offset.
Yeah.
Or if the leaf on the thing was bigger, so like the green contrasts.
Yeah, I feel like that could work too.
It's like red, brown, and orange, you gotta balance them really well, and then you don't want it to be all that, because they're all kind of harsh if you get too many of them together.
Mm-hmm.
We spend too much time in these talking
Yeah.
about, like, art stuff.
Yeah, we do.
Anyways, yeah, I agree. Thank you so much, Mamoru-senpai.
She looks so happy, tightly grasping her phone and smiling at the strap. My pleasure. Anyway, we should start heading to the cafe. We have a little time to spare, but if the place is crowded, we'll never get in before the movie starts unless we go now.
Yes, right. Let's go. Senpai?
For some reason, Sachi's voice seems to be quivering as she calls out to me. Huh? I think I can guess what she's about to say, but I don't know if she's thought it through. A few moments pass in silence, then I wordlessly take her hand.
Oh.
She's gonna ask, can we hold hands? And then she's like, oh god, I can't ask that, that's weird. Sachi doesn't say anything else, and instead just squeezes my hand tightly as we start walking. Before long, we arrive at the cafe we found earlier. Luckily, there aren't too many people, and we find a table more or less immediately.
Okay,
Oh, so we're doing this.
Is this just the same background blurred and then mirrored? It might be a slightly different
I think
one.
it's slightly different.
Okay.
It keeps surprising me that she has an eyebrow in there.
Yeah.
And it's over her hair and the bandages.
Well, anime.
I know. It's warm enough today that sitting outside is comfortable, so we take one of the outdoor tables and start looking through the menu.
I hate outdoor tables.
Yeah,
I
me
hate
too.
eating outside.
I hate the idea of eating outside. It weirds me out.
Bugs and...
I wonder if I should get a sandwich or not. I'm not sure I'm that hungry.
A sandwich does sound good. Oh, this looks delicious. Also, there's something about the air outside that just feels like not good for
Yeah.
eating in. We're spoiled Americans, I guess.
It doesn't take too long for us to decide, and we soon place our orders. As we're waiting for our food, Sachi's gaze keeps drifting onto me, only to flit away as soon as I notice. It seems like she wants to say something, but she's not sure how to say it.
What did you order?
What's up?
So what are you ordering at this cafe?
A sandwich.
Well, I'm getting a burger.
The eggs and toast.
I'm getting a big fat hamburger. Senpai, do you want to touch my scars?
This is an interesting question. I'm very confused by this.
I think she thinks that he thinks it means something, so she's like, oh, you like that? Go ahead, do the thing you like.
I've been trying to figure out for a while if she has a black eye, too.
I think so. It's that, or it's like red and baggy from like lack of sleep or stress or something.
Like it's red on one side though, and it's a darker color on the other side, even when she has her head turned the other way. So that's not just like a color issue, like the shading is different on that side. That is an actual like coloration of the eye on one side as opposed to the other.
Well, if you were to punch her in the face, it wouldn't be square in the middle. Like that's generally not how you punch a person in the face.
Well, actually,
like you would get them like on a regular person, the nose in the middle of the eyes, as opposed to like getting them on the chin or on the cheek.
I mean, that's kind of
I feel like if you were going to hit,
if you would hit her, it would be straight in the eye. That's
no, like you get it from one side of the eye and not the other, so it'll be like bruised more on one side than the other.
I don't think so.
Well, I wouldn't hit her.
This takes me so off guard that I start sputtering like an idiot. What do you mean?
You seem like you're into scars. You want to touch them? Nothing. It's just you were touching them before, so I thought you might want to.
Oh, I see. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say in this situation.
Since I met you, you've done so much for me, Mamoru-senpai, but I've never done even one thing for you. I want to do something to repay you for all the times you've made me happy, but I can't really think of anything. Except for touching me.
Yeah, go ahead and touch my horrible scars.
Sorry, that must have been a really creepy thing to ask. Please, just forget about it.
I get the feeling that Sachi thinks she owes me a debt, because she literally just said it. She really doesn't have that much social experience, after all. After thinking about this strange proposal for a bit, I realize she really is trying to repay me in her own way.
Really awkwardly with her body.
Well, yeah, sure.
Scars. Huh?
Your scars, I want to touch them. Can I? I can't think of this as her repaying a debt. Just being able to be together with her is reward enough. Though saying that to her probably wouldn't change her mind anyway. I feel like her letting me touch her scars will somehow lighten the burden she carries every day. Even if this is a strange thing to do, this is for Sachi's sake. I did ask to, but it's not like I actually want to feel her scars. Or at least that's how I should feel.
Look, the kind of saturated line work on her hand down there kind of looks like he's punctured a hole. Right? It's kind of red
her
around
hand is
it.
really small comparatively, too.
No.
Eh.
Okay, show me your hand. Sorry, guys.
Doesn't play well on video. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, like the difference is about right.
Go.
Oh, yes. Go ahead.
Trembling, she puts her right hand on the table. Thanks.
What do you see, fortune teller?
But intentionally touching another person's injuries like this is really weird, and I feel apprehensive about doing it. Before, I only felt them because we were holding hands, but this time I'm doing it on purpose, and a girl's hand is obviously much smaller than my own. The scars cover more of her palm than I thought they might. Now that I see them closely, it looks like they're mostly healed. The bandages that cover them seem to have been removed a few days ago, and any pain or bleeding must have subsided by now. I run my thumb along the smooth outline of the scars, tracing them. There's not much left of the scabs that have covered these scars only a few days ago. I never got a good look at them until now. They aren't as rough as I thought they might be. I glide my thumb along the inside of the pale grooves, then back out onto the edges.
This is kind of a lot of detail.
Yeah. Scabs still occupy the very center of her scars, She would probably start bleeding again if the scabs were picked off. Please stop! These scabs will probably start falling off soon, actually.
So I might as well eat them now.
I'm sure they were pretty huge when they were fresh. The skin outlying these scabs is bright pink and closer to the center white.
We know what a scar looks like.
Please stop. It's time. It is time to stop. The center of the scar is sunken, as though part of her palm was cut out, and I let my thumb creep into the depression.
Did someone, literally just knife her hand and there's, it's a literal chunk taken?
He lifts his thumb up and he's like, I don't have money. I sunk into the depression.
Okay.
Sachi's hand shudders under my touch. It sounds like somebody went to her hand with, a melon baller.
Yeah.
Sorry, did that hurt?
No, it didn't. That part is still sensitive is all. I'm fine, don't worry, you weirdo.
I look up at Sachi apologetically, and see that her face has become much redder than when we entered the cafe. Having someone examine your hands so intensely in public would probably be embarrassing for anyone.
Embarrassed to be with you and your weird hand scar thing.
I try rubbing her scar a bit.
Stop! No!
I'm so confused.
Communicate this weird thing you got going on a little more clearly somewhere else, not in public.
Maybe
after you've
less
been on
clearly, to be honest, because I'm tired of reading your inner thoughts.
No, maybe not on the first date. Maybe get into this weird scar hand fixation after you're married.
I probably shouldn't be enjoying this so
No,
much,
you shouldn't.
But sometimes when I put pressure on her hand, she makes a really cute expression.
No.
She flinches
No.
ever so slightly. She's adorable in those moments. And seeing that makes me want to rub the part of her scab that's still healing. Excuse me? I come out of my trance with a start as the waitress brings our food on a fold-out platter. I hurriedly give Sachi back her hand, leaving the table clear, and the waitress puts our sandwiches in front of us.
And my big burger.
Do you need anything else? Oh, no, thank you.
Ketchup.
When she brought our food, the waitress looked Sachi over curiously, and then, as she left, she shot me a strange, almost wary glance. I guess I really deserved that, though. I'm too ashamed to look at Sachi now.
Oh, you're into Cyclopses and hand scars.
Thanks, Sachi.
Yeah, if you want to touch the... It's basically if you want to touch me again, just ask. Let's be real.
Wait, she actually wants me to touch them again? No way. I shouldn't have even touched them in the first place. Well, our food's here, so let's eat.
Looks like it's a lettuce and mayonnaise sandwich.
Gross.
I see green, I see white, it's toasted. I can't tell if there's meat in that. Right.
It's a burned pickle and mayonnaise sandwich.
Ew.
Hey, this is pretty good. How's yours?
Warm pickles are disgusting. Mine's good too. I'm glad we came here.
It might be like cucumber, honestly. Maybe like a...
fancy cucumber with an aioli and some watercress or some shit.
Like that. Maybe. Things got pretty awkward between us after that, and even normal conversation felt out of place.
It's guacamole and some turkey.
It's guacamole and toothpaste. I think it's about time we headed to the movie.
Okay.
We finished lunch, and it seems like the awkward atmosphere between us had cleared up. I think we'll get there a little early, but at least we can get good seats this way. If we get there too late, the seats will fill up, and we'll get stuck in the very back of the theater.
Her eyesight's probably pretty good. It's fine. Oh, would we?
She doesn't have depth perception. I hope this isn't a 3D movie. Have we made that joke yet?
I don't think we have. Shit, dude.
If it's 3D, I mean, this is gonna be a terrible experience. We head toward the place where the movie's being shown. We're not that far away, though, so it only takes us a few minutes to get there. This is it. That's a pretty
Those
basic
sure are some
theater.
squares.
Yeah.
There are already people lining up?
Looks like it. They'll probably let everyone in soon, though.
I can't wait to see the movie.
Yeah, I hope it's a good one. It
Hope
was
it's-
bad. Like,
I hope it's not about Cyclopses. Makes it awkward.
yeah, it's about fighting Cyclopses. The movie is less than 2 hours long, and we soon find ourselves out in front of the theater again. I stretch and breathe in the cool evening air, even though it hasn't gotten any darker since we've gotten here. Happy to be moving around again after sitting inside for so long.
Less than 2 hours long. I don't remember what the descriptor they gave for the movie was.
It was a
but
foreign film from, like, France or something, so it's probably a 90-minute movie.
Is that like 90 minutes is usually for kids stuff, right?
It's common enough in some art house films as well.
Okay.
A lot of foreign films tend to stick to 90 minutes. It's important to remember that the 90-minute restriction on kids' movies is in place in the US because 90 minutes is thought to be the restrictive sort of attention span of a child.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, 90 minutes used to be a middling to long movie in the US, and it was changed over time because people wanted more and more longer
Yeah,
movies.
the 3-hour trilogy epic fantasy journey is not standard. It's just kind of becoming more popular.
If you want to see something really cool, go back and watch some of the really, really old, like old-timey black and white movies, like the full film movies.
Mm-hmm.
The big ones that came out will sometimes be an hour to an hour and a half long total. And it's like, those were considered the like summer blockbusters of their time. And they're like, it's like an hour-long movie.
So 90-minute movie that was supposedly that his mom was gonna go see. It's not that weird. Okay.
Yeah, probably not.
Mm-hmm. That movie was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, better than I thought it was going to be. The story was about a mischievous kid who gets put in a boarding school, makes some friends, and works with his teacher to make their school play a success.
Okay, that could
That
be a
sounds
kid's
generic.
stuff. Yeah.
It's based off a children's book, so the whole thing is fun and lighthearted. We discuss what we thought of the movie. Sachi seems to have loved it, but eventually her voice gets quieter and she starts hanging her head again.
She's solar powered and the sun's going down. The main character, she had a lot of friends and a nice teacher, and they were able to win in a tough situation. It's a really nice story.
Yeah.
I'm sad I don't have a nice story. Oh, God. Maybe if I was born a normal person, I'd be stronger like him. It's a movie protagonist. Don't get this weird about it.
Being normal doesn't make you a stronger person. It's being abnormal that makes you stronger.
I mean, the way you phrased it sounds like you're trying to go for a weird platitude.
You know what I mean, though.
Yeah, like normies kind of just don't do anything.
Well, it's what makes you different from normal that makes you a stronger person.
I think there is just a lowest common denominator of people being kind of average and lazy, which is fine.
Yeah.
You were allowed to be average and lazy, but it's like, it's not like being born normal is going to make you spectacular.
No. She gets quieter and quieter, and eventually I can barely make out what she's saying. I'm not sure if she's talking to me anymore. Hey, Sachi.
Oh, yes?
Earlier you were saying how you wanted to repay me for what I've done for you, right? But, you know, just getting to be with you is enough for me.
Oh.
I know I can't decide for her what she thinks, no matter how many times I say that. But we spent all day together. That shows how I feel pretty clearly, doesn't it? I know I've said this before, but I'm here for you no matter what. Anything you need, I'll help in whatever way I can. I don't know if I can be considered a good-natured person. He's really not.
No.
But I can say for sure that I care for her from the bottom of my heart. That's probably true. What I felt when I first saw her can only be described as love at first sight.
There it is!
They said the title of the thing in the thing. I can't believe it.
You truly are the Lion King.
This really is Superman, Man of Steel. Like, the more I tell Sachi how I feel, the more time we spend together. The stronger our bond will get. I feel like I can't take my eyes off her now.
I'm trying to come up with another one, and I can't.
Truly, we really were the Dark Souls 2.
Okay. I don't know if
Prepare to die.
I don't know if I want to do a better one or a worse one.
I mean, not that I can help. I mean, not that I can help that much. I can't do what's impossible for me, and there are some things I guess I won't do anyway.
I don't want to impose on you, Senpai.
Sachi is as stubborn as always. When it comes to another person helping her, I know I won't get her to just meekly accept this like she does with everything else. I'm not giving up though. Even if she doesn't want to impose on me, I want to be by her side. I want to make sure she can keep smiling.
Well, he's doing that thing where he's like weirdly persistent again though.
Yeah.
He's gonna just scare her. But thank you for the offer. I'm really glad that we got to meet Mamoru-senpai. I'm much happier now than I was before. Before you touched my hand scars.
You know, there's still a lot of fun things we can do. Oh, I know. I wanted to introduce you to my friends so we can all hang out together.
Your friends? Are you sure that's a good idea? It's actually not.
Yeah, totally. Trust me, they're good people. And besides, I've already told them about you.
What's her name is gonna be up like, wow, you're the freak we've been hearing so much about? You're cool. You're my best friend now because you're weird. If you think it's okay, well, alright, I'll look forward to meeting them then.
Great. We should probably start heading home, shouldn't we? It's not actually that late, but the sun is setting, and it's starting to get dark. At this point, it's probably best to do what Sachi's aunt wanted and head straight home.
Yes, it's getting late. Actually, can I ask for a favor?
Huh? What do you need?
Can we hold hands on the way home?
Oh, she's finally has the courage to ask. Yeah, I think that's a favor I can grant. I take Sachi's hand in mine without hesitation. I feel the warmth of her hand as she squeezes mine, and suddenly it feels like the day when she'll let herself rely on me isn't so far off. Still kind of a not great sentence.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should be waiting for the day when she can rely on herself.
Yeah, that's Oh, okay.
She looks very confused.
One big ol' eyeball.
Act 5.
Act 5, cry one's eye out.
Her side? Oh, are we changing narrator?
I guess. Do you want to do this, or do you want to give it... Wait until next time?
I don't know. How long have we been at it? I don't know.
We've been at it for a bit.
Okay. We're not sure exactly how much longer this goes.
We'll end this, and then we'll come back to it in a little bit.
Yeah.
Probably sooner rather than later. I'd like to continue to do this if we have a chance.
I'd like to point out a few things.
The third waifu month.
Yeah. I was expecting, first of all, for the bully girl to show up and be another person who's at the movie theater, and for there to be some kind of conflicts like, you're dating the Cyclops? Well, you're weird too, and I'm gonna bully you, or something like that. And also, we didn't get a train scene going to or from the theater.
Yeah.
I was thinking right there at the end, she asked like, oh, can I hold your hand again? It's like, oh, so then just think about it, like on a crowded train, you got maybe, there's no seats, like everyone's taking the seats, so we gotta hang off of the pole and you can hold on to me, or something like that.
I wholly and completely expect that charm on her phone to be taken. Or broken in some way by the
That's really possible.
That is how writing works. You make people sympathetic, you give them something to attach that sympathy to, and then you break it in an attempt to make people sympathetic for the destruction of an object.
You pull out the bottom piece of the Jenga.
Because it destroys the meaning of an idea rather than, like a person or something like that.
Yeah, plus, this is probably not the last chapter. If we're seeing her perspective, it's probably going to be like one little vignette, and then it'll go back to his
I'm not even,
for a conclusion.
I am 100% certain that's probably what is going to happen, yes.
Yeah, there's gotta be...
Oops, what happened? There it is. Sorry.
I hope, though, that at some point we see someone get into like a physical fight.
We probably will
seems
see
like
it's
it's coming eventually.
Yeah, it is definitely coming.
I don't really know or particularly have a hope about who is going to be throwing punches at who, but it's like someone is getting their ass beat by the end of this, because she's been so hurt this whole time. It's like, we're gonna at least see a physical conflict.
Yep. Any other thoughts?
I still think that you shouldn't go too far with oranges, browns, and reds.
There are a lot of oranges, browns, and reds in this game specifically.
Yeah, but everything's shaded in a purple that actually offsets it really nicely. But you gotta balance it.
Yeah, I have nothing else to say. I'm good. I think I got most of what I wanted to say out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, till next time?
Yeah.
All right.
Come back for the thrilling next chapter. Whether it's a conclusion or not, it'll be thrilling.
Yeah. Have a good night, everybody.
Happy Waifu Month.
Happy Waifu Month.